They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings 7, Steelers nothing. Will Weichert to kick off.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. Levis sets up to throw here. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Levis back to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin. And that'll make it third down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he will admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Levis kept it himself and picked up the first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Here's Levis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Steelers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And what they said, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Levis from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Like 54!
Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now McCarthy. That's taken in by his big tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings
looking to throw McCarthy. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10. To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their 1st drive. They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And another one thrown incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Levis to throw off play action. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On to give. It's Warren. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Levis now off of play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throw, but incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing is McCarthy. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 15 yards to go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. They'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 8 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that's caught down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down. To the air again, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. And touchdown!
Aaron Jones, 27 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
First down. Like 54. First and 10 at the
Levis to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And Levis going back to the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. McCarthy operating from the gun. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on first and 10. 14.
First down, Minnesota.
McCarthy going to throw again. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Levis looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he's out of bounds inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. They'll throw it again with Levis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. Got his man. It's Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, 33 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here, the final minute of the 1st half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The Vikings 1st down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw, it's Levis. That's caught right side, it's Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Levis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
A handoff for Warren. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Levis back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Like 54.
Now Levis. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Levis sets up to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
29's down, 22 reader.
3rd and goal, here's Levis. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. 30-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out when they were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
At the 45-yard line.
Like 13.
Levis.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
Caught by Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's McCarthy. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And Levis tosses his third interception of the game. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Like 49!
Now run and run. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, here's Levis. He'll try and do this himself. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Good-looking return set up here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This is caught by Addison. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Rebel, 18 Rebel. Set, go.
Throwing is McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think he might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Warren,
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
and the Steelers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Steelers 24, Vikings 17. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly to Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8 as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They run it with Mason. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Mason, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Extra point attempt to come here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
24-24. Will Reichert to kick off.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Like 54, like 54. Like 24, Linda, back to the team green.
Here's Levis. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st down. To the air with McCarthy. That is into the hands of Hawkinson downfield. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now
Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
A big play looming on third down.
And inside give to Jones.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end.